my name is Chloe Kavanagh and I will be the Centre Director here at the FROEBEL Early Learning Centre in Parkville.
My name is Jason Brower. I'm a postdoctoral researcher here at the Walter and Eliza Hall Institute. I'm also co-chairing the Reconciliation Committee at the Institute.
The centre has been created for working families to address that work-life balance.
Creating a childcare centre on site at the Walter and Eliza Hall Institute was really important because I think what it allows is people to more easily balance their personal and professional lives. And for us, I think having people that can flourish personally is a great starting point to have people in our organisation that can make remarkable discoveries.
I feel like it's very important for families to have children so close to work. I see the stress that they have when transitioning their child into care for the first time. It is very stressful, and I guess for them knowing that their child is next door is so great for not only the parent but the child as well.
I think we have a real commitment to reconciliation. And what we've tried to do in incorporating Indigenous artwork in our childcare centre is to be able to give our staff and the kids a beginning, a glimpse of what it means to be on Wurundjeri land.
Hey, my name's Robert Young. I'm a Gunai and Wiradjuri man. Leading up to the end of last year, I said, oh, do you want to be a part of our early learning centre? And I was like, yeah, all right. Like, what do you want me to do? Well, it's a 5-story thing, and as soon as I said that, I was like, oh, we could do a totem for each level. Have an animal representing underground, land, water, and the air, because I think that's the journey of what everyone kind of goes on, of that discovery of just learning how to walk, learning how to talk, learning how to speak, and to be able to have that foremost front place of teaching their children and the next generation, I think is such a beautiful thing of how we get to share and tell our culture.
By putting these artworks in, people see it as just an artwork, but there's so much depth, so much meaning and story behind each piece. Having it in the Early Learning Centre, where these kids it's their first years of life and they're growing and they're learning about life, to be able to hear these stories, in that they're valuing the story, they're valuing the art of listening, but they're valuing what this artwork and the stories mean, and that is connected to this country, connected to our culture.
We had that idea and that story of creating a narrative for each floor, to be able to create that story of kids coming in and they're met straight with cultural markers. So you'll have a scar tree with the different totems and their names, and then they get into the elevator and have the different markings and the different colours for that animal. When they get out and they'll see their markings and their animal on their floor, and they can follow the journey of the wombat, follow the journey of the emu.
It's quite religious and spiritual how they try to convey this emotion into their artwork, and hopefully by exposing the children at such a young age within this early learning centre, they can also gain an appreciation of that same nature, and that we don't own the land, that it's borrowed.
I think the artwork can inspire and create wonder in these kids. As these kids grow up into researchers or other members of our community, the lessons that they can learn from these artworks, but also what flows from the artwork, the discussion, the space that it creates. I think it's going to be a lot more than just artwork. I think it's going to create sort of a beating heart in this place that the kids can connect with and give this building a real soul.
For us as a family, we see how privileged and honoured we are to be here as well, to be able to share and capture that story of young people, of how we capture their minds and capture their hearts in how we teach and share our culture.